Well, good morning riders from the Super 8 Motel in Yuma, southern Arizona, down by the Mexican border. The goal for today is getting to Bisbee, where I've stayed before, and I've got a few things planned on the way. There's the National Organ Pipe Cactus Monument, which I want to see on the way, starting in Yuma. Then we have got a bit of the I-8 there until Gila Bend, basically, where we're going to drop down there to Ajo, Y, and then down, just about down here I think is where the actual national monument is. Then we're going to come across down here around through Sells and across, I think I'm going to get some gas in Sells, and then towards Tucson, and then they're going to drop down into Sierra Vista, and then on down to Bisbee to finish up. Morning riders, we have plugged Yuma Territorial Prison into the GPS, and we'll have a quick look at that before jumping onto the motorway. That certainly is one of the main features and attractions of this place. Well, it was dark last night, so it's kind of nice to see what it looks like by day. Well, last night, the only hot food that they had was these kind of 2 corn dogs, and I ate the first one, sort of jalapeno and cheese, and that was sort of bearable, and then the next one was a sort of honey roasted thing, and I got part way through that and I just biffed it in the bin. It was so disgusting. I don't think there are any ingredients within that known to the natural world. Well, Yuma does have to be kind of desert-like, because a lot of this trip, frankly, is through desert-like terrain. What have we got down here? Western Arizona Council of Governments, WACOG. Then you got your Home Depot. It's quite an eclectic mixture of bits and bobs down here. The Denver Mattress Company, that's a long way from home. We're going to check out this jail. We're 2 minutes away apparently. I don't know why it is, but I have to say, day 2, feel a lot more comfortable, touch wood. Slow speed stops, and the weight of the bike. So, the Yuma Territorial Prison State Park. So basically the prison here, so it was kind of like 1850 to 1920. It was the main prison in the whole state of Arizona, and it was described as the hellhole in the west. Okay, so it's 7:23 here at the Yuma State Prison, and what you're looking out to the right there is the original watchtower for the prison. Then looking through the fence here is a museum, and I don't know how original that is. Behind it is the original cell blocks though. Here's some more shots of the original watchtower, and then in a second we'll show you another picture of the museum area. And that's it. Coming out of Yuma and onto the I-8. Oh, the bike's going well. Today actually should be a very good day. Should be plenty to look at. I was hoping to get a Yuma sticker, but none of the gas stations had anything. What do you got there? Is it RVs for sale? Oh, an Airstream. Now let's see if we can see an RV resort. Yeah, so like I mentioned yesterday, a lot of people will summer down here because the weather is so good. So winter in the north, then come down to Yuma, and often to Yuma quite specifically. Look, there's a big, what's that called? Foothill Village. Well, there's a big one on the left. The Sundance RV Resort. And you see sort of trailer park behind that, I think. There's a lot of military stuff in southern Arizona and also southern New Mexico. Let's have a look at Dome Valley. Look at the landforms out there. This is pretty interesting. Well, this is definitely the southwest. All the vast distances people must have travelled by horse and car. Mohawk Valley.
there we are again, more of this landscape. It's kind of mesmerising though in a way. Desolate but mesmerising. Well, I have to say, some exciting news from the road. Spotted my first cactuses. I think I've passed a lot of feedlots, possibly some beef and possibly some pig and sort of enormous complexes. And there's the Gila River there, so presumably water's coming off there that's enabling this. There's a lot of pasture there and on this right hand side now, so these plains must all be irrigated by that river presumably. 10 miles and basically heading down there for an hour south towards the border but not touching the border. And get some gas, possibly get a little bite just to you know, keep topped up. Pulling into Loves. That sounds good. It's good for big trucks, it's good for us. No, I have to wait a second now.
She loves it. Coffee.
Well, this is the road down to Mexico. Speed limit along here is 45 miles an hour. There's a functioning house over there. There's been quite a few dilapidated ones. Just after I finished my cheesy taco, the guy came up to me and he had a Ford Tacoma pickup with a couple of construction bits on the back and asked if I wouldn't mind watching it while he went to the bathroom. I said, "You got 5 minutes, mate." Then I'm gone, and he was back in 5. And he said, "I was right on time." I said, "Mate," I said I was going to watch it, so I would have waited for you. I waited. That's what a time sink some of these stops can be. There were like 4 cubicles in the men's bathroom, and there were 3 of us waiting for them. And I swear that we waited about 10 minutes for any one of those actually to start coming up. The Border Patrol. Okay, so now the landform's starting to get a little bit more interesting. Some good height to some of those cactuses. Some of those here must be 6-7 meters. Now it's getting more interesting. Check out some of those suckers. Oh yeah. Now we're into cactus country. Pulling through the little place. Mexican trip insurance. That looks good. But we're not going. Pulling through a little place called Arjo. Mexico insurance. There's a few places offering it. You get your RVs there, Lions and so forth. We've passed a couple of big ranges for missile testing. Get your Mexican insurance. La Siesta cabins, they look nice. Look at the cactus. Far out. Auto parts. Yes. More auto insurance. I don't want to cast any aspersions, but the different insurance options look like they sort of vary a little bit in their credibility. Welcome to Arjo. I love those retro signs. Thrift stores. My kids love thrift stores. The road's got a whole lot bouncier. Golly. Check that out. Well, it's suddenly got a lot more interesting after belting along at 80 on the motorway from Yuma towards Skyler Bend, or last night, just smashing it down from San Bernardino or from Las Vegas, you know, burning up down to San Bernardino. Now it's interesting. American Citizens Social Club. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. I wonder if anyone's carrying down here. I wonder if there's more people carrying than not carrying. I haven't been specifically looking, but I imagine there'll be lots of it. I can't get enough of these cactuses and the streets through here. And this must be getting towards the centre. And on our left must be the main gig. Wow. Old church. So we're coming into this little town of Y. We got entering Y. That's the main sign. And you might wonder why it's called Y. It is like a teepee house. Apparently there used to be a Y junction. And that's it. So, rather than just having a name with one character, which I think you could, I think it had to be a minimum of 3 characters. This must be another inspection area. Half a mile we're supposed to be there. Organ Pipe National Monument. Okay, so that is it. Check this out. Check this out. Look at the size of some of these suckers. You want to fly off and wrap your arms around one of those suckers. I don't know what is here. The monument we passed earlier is just the monument, and I think there must be a visitor centre, because I'm pretty sure there's a loop that you can do, and you've got to pay for it. And which I can't do the loop because I'm pretty sure it's all gravel. Organ Pipe Cactus National Monument. Welcome to your park. Visitor centre to the right. Now we're talking. Here is an organ pipe cactus. Coming up from the bottom, another one there. Let's have a look around. We're at the Organ Pipe National Park, and the very kind rangers explained a few things to me. I'll point some out for you. So that cactus that you see just in the distance here is Sonita. Distinct from the organ pipe, it's only about 6 or 7 parts coming up. That big boy in the distance that you can see there is a saguaro, which is an old one. He said an old fella, probably 200 years old. To the organ pipes, which are typically have 11 to 13 fronds coming up direct from the ground. Well, that was great going into the National park area there. Had to pay my $20, but I did a tiny loop, about a 10-minute walk, and taking some pictures of some different types of cactus. To be honest, not a lot more than you can actually see here. Although most of these big ones here you can see are sort of all the big saguaros. Oh, here's an organ pipe in its natural environment. More saguaros. Oh, more organ pipes over there. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. 2 years ago I went through the Saguaro National Park, which is by Tucson. That was quite something. Saguaros like this on a massive scale. Okay, so we're just out of Y. Had the muesli bar and a bit of lemonade, and we're on our way again. So we're showing 3 hours 10 to Sierra Vista. Total trip's going to be about 4 hours. 120 miles to Tucson, so we just got to get the miles done. My son Angus will be gutted because in the visitor centre they had seeds for sale of all the different types of cactuses, such as saguaro, sonora, organ pipes, and so forth. But obviously you didn't take those back to New Zealand.
Well, we stopped at the roadworks, and it is stinking hot, I can tell you. And it looks like there might be a bit of a delay while we wait for a pilot car, perhaps. Let's check out, you got the sort of the Joshua tree there. We've actually been following this tractor, which you can't quite see in front, for about, I don't know, I'd say about 6 miles at 20 miles an hour. That was after about a quarter of an hour stop, waiting for it. It is absolutely steaming. There are some interesting little villages. I don't know if they're Indian settlements or what, but some very basic housing and so forth. There's the immigration police, I think. Border patrol, yep. We're pulling through Sal's. SELLS. Utility Authority. Safety begins with teamwork. Agreed. I think that was Sal's. I must admit, through one of the towns I saw a very western type set of yards built of kind of almost like woven wood. Adobe style school, that's cool. It's not a high income area. It's hard to know what the main jobs around here would be. You're not keeping up the roads or things like that. Maybe helping with utility, because I'm not sure what it would be. That may be up on the hill up there, the Kit's Observatory. So we did just pass the Kit Peak National Observatory. We're pulling into Tucson. I'm going to find something to eat. It has been flipping hot. It's an hour and a half to go down to Sierra Vista, where I'm after. I think I'll do well to have eaten something more and drunk something cool. And probably cool down a little bit. This seems very familiar. I'm kind of wondering if there's somewhere around here that you've got the Saguaro National Park. In fact, there you go, it is too. Saguaro National Park. She is hot, so a cold drink. Pushing about 750 miles for the 2 days so far. So I think today, I don't know, maybe a bit further. Yesterday was about 420 or something, I think. Give us a green, come on. We're getting flipping hot here. About 20 miles north of Sierra Vista. This is hot. Maybe 28 degrees or something. It is hot. Okay, we just stopped in Sierra Vista. The obscure reason that we're here for.
Well, greetings for another obscure McDonald's fact. We're in very southern Arizona. It's blooming hot. We're at Sierra Vista, And there's an interesting fact about this McDonald's. This McDonald's has been rebuilt, but before it is actually the location of the first ever McDonald's drive-through. So the local franchisee, this is in 1975, recognised it's missing out on a huge amount of business from the local military who weren't allowed to wear their uniforms into the restaurant. So managed to convince McDonald's to let them put a little window in the side, and the rest is history. Many McDonald's followed on in quick succession.
Now making our way to Bisbee, now making our way to the Jonquil Motel for check-in at 6. At this rate we'll be there at 5:52. On the home stretch now, I think 20 miles from Bisbee, 20 minutes. So, as you might recall, it is a very small, quaint, obviously rich history and a rich town based off the back of mining, and more specifically the copper mine, with the rest of the foliage just about to come across Mule Pass and Tunnel. What's coming? Nothing. That's what's coming. Oh, starts to cool off now. Bisbee 8, Douglas 53. We're going to Douglas tomorrow on the way to El Paso. Yeah, so good day planned tomorrow, including lunch in El Paso. So tomorrow should be pretty epic, and frankly Bisbee is an epic way to finish today. Still got the funny bumps this tunnel. It feels like you're riding a horse. Hello Bisbee. Well, I'm sure you agree Bisbee is cool. It will pop down slightly, then come back into a U-E, into a car park. There's some beautiful, interesting buildings through here. Moore's Groceries, Workshop and Autos. Marvellous. So just duck down a little further. Check out this stuff. It is bonkers. So I'm not going to do the whole town, but we'll just come down to this little square down here and do a U. Check that out. Bisbee Royale. It's a very artsy sort of community now, I understand. So I'll definitely be grabbing a beer. Oh. Okay. Gonna do you right then to a viewing. The other direction. You could spend a lot of time through here.
It was really great being back in Bisbee. What a neat little town. So much that you could explore if you had time. That was the dinner location and beer location. Great service there, great meal, and then staying at the Jonquil Motel again, and which is owned and run by Stirling and Eva World Adventurers. And I got to meet Stirling and Eva briefly there as well, which was a real treat. So it was good to say g'day to them. Great night, and looking forward to the next day on the road. Finish up with a couple of pictures from around Bisbee that night.